Okay. Hey guys. So, excuse me as my cat pushes on my hand. Pele. No. This year I have decided that I want to dedicate myself to divinity. I don't know how else to say that. To the highest vibration of divine love, to be in total reverence of the sacredness of life and my soul, and be in alignment with the holiness of myself and of my soul. I'm being called to remember these things. Remember that these things are not unusual. Remember that these things are not wooey wooey. Remember that these things are innate in all of us, and to live from my soul's highest divine path. It's scary. It's really scary to dedicate myself to this because I don't know who I'm going to be on the other side of this. But I want to document my journey, and for those who want to follow and come along with me and maybe try some of the things that I'm doing or just watch, I'm going to dedicate myself to following only what feels good to my body and only what feels good to my soul. And since my body is the vessel for my soul, if I listen to that, I should be following the path of my soul. I feel like I'm initiating like a priestess, like I was many lifetimes ago. That makes me very emotional. For me, this is very real. For me, this is all that is truth and all that is real. Everything else is just sprinkles on top of the frosting. Rather than trying to fit sacredness into my life, rather than trying to fit a meditation into my life, or finding time to give my body what it needs, instead, I'm going to dedicate all of my time to that, and I will fit in the other things of life. Those things will need to be fit in from now on. And I'm going to try this for 365 days at sunrise. I am recording this later. I forgot to record it this morning, but I did do a sunrise ritual this morning for the new year. And here, I'll show you guys. Here's my candle, and there's my family heirloom and my tree branch. This is my altar. So this is a brand new altar. I literally just remade it last night. It's got some new things on it. It's got some things that have always been on it. And the ritual this morning was about finding a family heirloom and to remember your past, to contemplate your past, and the branch, the twisted branch, was to contemplate the twists and turns of the future. There's my kitty. And to light a white candle and to put a white cloth on your altar for the mystery of the future, the unknown of the future. That's what the white represented. And to meditate on what the heirloom means. And my heirloom was just very personal to me. I don't know if I can put it into words, but my heirloom was a piece of redwood trees that we planted in my backyard when I was 10, so 27 years ago. And I remember planting them and thinking, God, it's gonna take forever for those to grow. It's really crazy how quickly the time passes, because now they're huge. It's 27 years later. How did that happen? And they were there to kind of protect our backyard, and I always forget they're back there. They're very majestic, and how do I forget there's two redwood trees, and my soul's longing to be in the redwoods, and there's literally 2 in my backyard, and we grew them as a family. Just reminds me of how quickly the time goes, how quickly and short our lives really are. And then the branch, I contemplated the future. What was this year going to bring? With all of its different bumps and turns and twists, like it always takes, never goes as you plan. At least it never goes as I plan. Yeah, so that's what I did this morning at sunrise to honor the sun and its rising this year instead of its descent. And because I feel like I'm now rising, I descended into all of my shadow, and I dived deep into all of that shadow. That's endless, but I dove very deep. And now I'm rising. I'm rising up into those heights, and I know what's below me. And it's so weird because the psychic told me that once. She said, this is your last lifetime, because at the end of this lifetime, you're going to know what's above you and you're going to know what's below you. And I had no idea what she was talking about at the time. I was completely lost in my life, and I was a wreck, and I had no idea how I was going to understand any of that or be wise enough to have this be my last lifetime. Starting to understand what she meant, and meeting with the divine is terrifying. It scares me. This is something I've resisted for so long. But it's time, and I hear it, and it calls very loudly. So I'm going to be vulnerable this year, y'all. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you my heart and my truth and my journey towards following my soul's creative longing and purpose. I've been calling upon the highest divine good for my soul, the highest divine love, the highest divine courage to lead me, and for me to be led by my highest divine soul's purpose and longing. I'm wondering what miracles will occur if I continue to follow that call. I'm very curious. If you are too, you can follow along this year. And I send you all so much love for this new year and for the whole year when we forget where we are. Okay, I love you.